So students, the comparison between cat and fog, one is lifeless aspect of nature and one is lively aspect of nature. We are all, mankind also, human beings are also lively aspect of nature because we are amazed the nature. So that is superb. The poet has presented in an outstanding manner the poem, a very short poem, consists of 6 lines only, Fog. And here he is very much successful to present the poem with his genius. Carl Sandburg, he is genius in his own place. The diction and the presentation, the language, those are awesome. And the poem is easily we can understand. I mean to say that the language or the diction is easy. We can understand each and every line in a vivid manner he has presented. It is quite vivid. The poem is quite vivid in presentation. Metaphor is also quite clear and awesome. That the poet, how he has selected cat, an animal with fog. But because guys, you know that we do say that cat is a cute animal. Tiger, we call tiger a big cat. The structure, physical structure, that is same. That is why we call tiger big cat. But tiger is ferocious, very dangerous animal, and most powerful animal on earth. Tiger, which stays in forest, and it is counted in wild animals, amongst wild animals. But on the contrary, cat, in size it is small and it looks cute usually. So the poet has selected the cute animal, that is cat, as the metaphor of fog. That is his skill and genius. And he is very much successful to present the poem before the readers. So guys, apart from this, I have selected one story from your supplementary book, that is Footprints Without Feet, chapter number 2, The Thief's Story by Ruskin Bond, one of the finest and popular authors in the field of English literature, and he has written many short stories. Those are quite rational and those are consist of common factors and phenomena in the society. He has collected the characters from the society and he has presented through his stories, and he has written ample of short stories. Some of them are quite touching stories. The stories, those handle human character, human nature, human temperament, human thinking, relationship. So, Thief's Story, it is also one of the rational stories of Ruskin Bond, which he has presented before the readers. And we find two characters in the story. One is a thief named Hari Singh, and one is a struggling young writer named Anil. Guys, you have already studied this story. I have taught you, I have explained you. But today there will be an analysis of the story, or we will analyze the story, the depth of the story, or the characteristics of the story. In short, so we find two characters, Anil and Hari Singh. Hari Singh is a bona fide thief. Anil is simple and honest young man. And Hari Singh, he is able to convince Anil through his version or through his speaking, his prudent language. And Anil, he is very much convinced by Hari Singh's talking, the way he was talking to him, because they first met in the wrestling arena or wrestling place where a wrestling match was going on. So Hari Singh, as a bona fide and intelligent thief, he very easily he could convince Anil, and he thought that day that today I will dodge him, today I will rob him. I am successful to select a person, or I have selected a correct person for the day. He had a plan, and he has placed his own story that is total lie, that he is homeless, shelterless, he is a hapless person. And Anil, being an honest man, though he cannot afford an extra stomach, because anyhow he is managing himself, whatever the money, whatever the loyalty he gets through his writing, he cannot afford extra person to feed or an extra stomach to feed. In spite of that, Anil gives Hari Singh shelter. And at last what happens? You know that Hari Singh, he robs the money, whatever the amount Anil he brought that day. And when Anil, he was in his deep sleep, Hari Singh robbed it and left the house silently. But here the turning point takes place. What is the turning point? This is the main phenomenon or factor of the story which Ruskin Bond wants to convey. That he wants to say, the human relationship, that is the main factor. Hari Singh, he was a bona fide thief. He robbed the money silently, which was kept under the mattress of Anil, and he was successful to flee, to leave Anil's residence. But what happened? He could not. Once again he returned, and here one, you can say, an invisible phenomena we notice in the story, which the author wants to say, that Anil also understood, probably he also understood that Hari Singh, he had stolen the money, and once again silently he has kept the money. So the poet wants to say that probably Anil understood, but Hari Singh, he is thinking that his master, he could not understand anything. But here we see a reformation takes place in the mind and soul of Hari Singh. He was a thief, and today he has reformed himself into an honest person. He has reformed his life, and today a turning point, it has taken place in Hari Singh's life, that he will never steal, he will never practice these kinds of malicious work. So the author, Here he has emphasized the human relationship, the love, the care,